Hi, Rick Harsh, Books. Um, Dog barking in the distance. Somewhere a dog barked. Um, or as Cormac McCarthy would say, not even a dog barked him down that lonesome road, or something like that. I'm here to talk about why it's so hard to read this book. Because I'm reading, I can answer it right away because I'm reading too many other books, and with Gaza going, going dirty. The Israelis, are doing this. They're kill anything that moves. I ordered this before Gaza broke out. This is to get me caught up on the latest scholarship on Vietnam, where we find out. I knew this already, but I didn't read about it in book form. I read about it in various articles. That there was a My Lai a day in Vietnam, basically. It was a policy, and it was read this. Kill anything that moves. I haven't. I'm on page 50. I might have to go back and start over. It's been over a month. So Gaza started. I got a book just to catch up on, and I've read quite a bit about Zionism and Zionist history, enough to know that the massacres started before Israel was a state, and they were perpetrated by Israelis or proto-Israelis. So I got Gaza, an inquest into its martyrdom by Norman Finkelstein, but I also got another book just to kind of catch me up. This one I got just because it's Finkelstein, and I've not read any of his books, but he's the one most trustworthy scholar on the topic. So all that is going on, and it's really thrown me out of my reading, as has the hours that I've been forced to keep, and various other things. But it's given me plenty of time to think about Prison Mars. And that's good because that's Lauren Fairbanks. That's not Lauren. That might be Lauren Fairbanks. I don't know, but she wrote the book, Prison Mars. And I think I've read here what Stephen Moore says, but it's worth repeating. Prepare yourself for the rant of a lifetime, the octogenarian narrator warns early in this hilariously bizarre novel. A psycho bitch mother's confession wrapped in a sci-fi eco-fiction package. As Earth undergoes environmental cleansing, the nameless narrator reviews her toxic relationship with her two daughters in 3 Molly Bloomish monologues that are by terms funny and disgusting. The daughters get their own section, as does a future minion of the Mars, Subterfuge. Subterfuge. The language brings the fun in. Mommy Dearest sounds off like a wisecracking dame in a noir film, breezy, abrupt, insouciant. With hints of the late styles of Beckett and Brossard, maybe notes of Gertrude Stein, Celine's machine gun blasts, some Sorrentino, a fave of the narrators, and Burroughs. The result is a sardonic novel that suggests environmental improvements will never be protection enough against the flawed humans who inhabit the planet. And it's worth reading something like that because it also helps to introduce the book and guide you through the reading. It's such a good first-person novel that you can get caught up in the voice and the hilarity of it, and get lost in terms of the cohesion of the novel. And I'm finding that out. I'm on page 90, and she's so fun to listen to. She's you could say that she's akin to maybe the best of Philip Roth, if not better. I would say better, actually. Um, but I'm just thinking of people who were first person uh, experts. I mean, that's how Philip Roth wrote so fast and so much, because once you get in a voice, it's writing is like talking. But in certain cases, it's a little more complicated, and I think in this case it is. I wrapped in a sci-fi eco package or whatever he said, sci-fi eco fiction package. I'm not a sci-fi eco fiction type of guy, but and when you have a voice like this, it doesn't matter. And what does matter is why people, more and more of them, are writing these futuristic books. Um, I just noticed that this that I just read, the first section, I'm almost done. It occurs in 2015. The next one is 2115. That'll be an interesting switch. Well, this old broad, apparently she's talking to a nurse who apparently dozes on her, and anyway, let me give a shot at reading this. It's not easy because there's a cadence, and well, she helped him to see the world, but then he took off in the world. She's speaking of her daughter. Fly, butterfly, away from her. She uses a lot of short sentences. Status quo left no room for the flailing likes of her. No one's cup of tea. Set him free. After his cheating, she couldn't stand him to the point of hatred. He wasn't exactly the plan. He was no one's plan. Without a backup plan. No replacement. Yes, I'm talking to you, nurse. Look and be aware of what's beyond the big tree standing in front of you, blocking your vision. There is a forest with dead trees. There must be in the midst of the forest a tree for you. My analogies get repetitive, and by the way, analogies stink. I get lost in them, lost in the words, woods. Better to shut up, doze. He strongly suggested she get her friends to instruct her on how to do a hand job, a blow job. His blow job. She wasn't about to ask anyone. Them. Embarrassing. Assuming they know. Embarrassing. Assuming he wants to know what they know. Embarrassing. Did they even know how to give a hand job or a blow job? Or was it rumors in the seventh level of hell? Spread by football teams, track teams, golf teams in the sixth realm of hell, where they live and voice women's sexual skills in the penumbra and abject poverty of male skills. Women into whores and men into gods. A dearth of male skills discussion for another day. He was all ears. No. And a resounding big fat no. Open up the discussion to male skills. Flatness, quiet. Rumors tend to be the male strong point. It is written. Sad. Make me come, asshole. Yours is easy, all hanging out there where you can do it yourself. Hardly need me. Who's the slut now? You boring pig. Who's the fucking slut now? Rumors, lies. Girls' bad reputations extreme. In the boy department. The high school sports department. False male fantasies spread through the school like infantile wildfire. Who gives a shit what those filthy animals think? Reputation. Filthy animals. Ironies. What if the girl who fucked him knew even less than Morticia? Ha! And under the guise of the sexually experienced breast-heavy woman. What if the world-renowned whore actually knew less than the world-renowned prude? Daughter's the prude. Ironies. There's a pretty fucked up twist for you. Have at it, indeed. Couldn't exactly Google handjob lessons back then. A conundrum. Wait. Excuse me a sec. I must respond to an all-encompassing update on my phone. If you only had a hand job from her, it might have saved you a trip to the doctor and a needle through the penis. The daughter made the guy, when she took him back, made him go get tests for venereal matters. Blood commingling. Double ouch. Fuckface. Rumination station. Morticia was never going to make money. Advertised herself that way. Sold herself. Never the moneymaker per se. Aversion to it. Filthy lucre. He grew towards money. Firstborn. Desirous. Status quo guy. Run. That-away. She wasn't growing in any particular direction. Down. Stagnating. Straight line. Up and down on that line depending on the day. That's when she fell off into chaotic ruin. Happens to the best of us. So, that might or might not have given you an idea of how